Hello, welcome back to Batman Arkham Knight. We're side questing again. We've got an interesting one this time. It's called The Perfect Crime. This is not the first time that I've done this. This is my first playthrough, which actually turns out to be the second, and I'm rotating between the two for different reasons. I actually went ahead and did on my original playthrough this. But I needed an upgrade, which I didn't have. So I activated this playthrough again, went ahead and got the skill that I need, which is Sabotage Drone, which I definitely needed. I also went to the Panessa Studios and picked up the gadget Freeze Blast grenade, which I completely forgot about, but yeah. One thing that I am going to do, have I got the combat knife takedown? Blade dodge takedown? No. Good, I do now. I'm going to make myself a little more sustainable to everything. That's going to help a lot. But anyway, what we've got to do is go for those. So let's activate the perfect crime. There are 6 across Gotham, as you can tell. 1 right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are going to go to them all individually. First one is right near the Merchant Bridge. It's actually on the bridge. So let's go and have a look-see.
Someone killed, mutilated, and posed a body on Merchant Bridge. If I'm going to stop them, then I need to investigate the crime scene for clues.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to get used to that music.
Alfred, I found the mutilated body Cash was talking about. I'm going to try and establish a cause of death.
Flawed.
Blood tests reveal the cause of death was an overdose of painkillers leading to cardiac arrest. Also, the victim's fingerprints have been burned off with acid.
A rather unsavory demise.
That's not all. It's as though the subject's DNA has been corrupted somehow. There's insufficient information for me to cross-reference the database. I'll have to use the deep tissue scanner to analyze the body for distinguishing features and determine the victim's identity.
Right you are, sir.
Right. There we go.
Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a result of minor ear agenesis, a birth defect.
Oh, we can change the scan level. Cool. Anything else? Aha!
A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads Ophelia.
And down to the bone. The bone.
The victim had a hip replacement. Scar tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent. Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism. most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's unusual is that they didn't go missing in Gotham. They were brought here and killed. Why? We need to track down whoever did this.
Might I suggest keeping an ear out for any more of that ghastly opera music? It sounds ominously like a calling card.
Right, there is one thing I do want to get. I could have sworn it was there. Groundlord boost model 3. Right, I need 6 upgrade points. Right, only 3 more. That's fine. Okie dokie. Go back to there.
If I'm going to stop this killer, I should analyze the body I found on the rooftop of the Gotham Herald.
Which is... there.
Alfred, I found another body. The mutilation pattern looks to be identical to the previous murder victim.
Then it appears Gotham does indeed have a serial killer in its midst. And here I was thinking this evening couldn't get any worse.
I'm going to scan the body for unique identifiers. Scar tissue on the upper arm. I recognize the pattern. 20 years ago, this was a badge of honor among inmates at Blackgate Penitentiary. A small group of racketeers known as the Bloodhaven Six. Remnants of a pacemaker fitted through the right ventricle. If I cross-reference the manufacturer with the pacing method, it will help to narrow the search.
And?
Clear signs of bone deformation on the victim's knee. Joint line sclerosis points to juvenile arthritis, a rare and debilitating condition. Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Franklin Accardo.
His records are a litany of drug-related offenses, sir. In and out of prison from an early age. He was serving a 20-year sentence at Blackgate before being released early on grounds of ill health due to a heart condition. He moved to Little Rock, Arkansas, which is where he was reported missing.
Another person taken from outside the Gotham area.
A significant detail, sir.
So are these words written beside the bodies. Try and find a connection between the two victims I've found, Alfred. There has to be something linking them together.
I'll try my best, sir.
Right.
I'm going to investigate the body I found overlooking Divinity Churchyard. There's a killer at large.
Which is on Founders Island. 233 2011.
Must be stopped.
You've seen Scarecrow's face up close? Word is he had surgery after getting mauled by some kind of mutant crocodile. Imagine what it looked like before. Where were you based? Miagani. I was running support on the APCs. Seeing Batman? Not up close. Don't know anyone who has
Alfred, we can add a third victim to the list.
This is becoming rather ghastly, sir. It brings to mind a spate of murders at the beginning of your career. It was Halloween then, if I'm not mistaken. Turned out to be rather a long one, if I recall.
I'm going to try and identify the body.
Aha!
This wound is relatively fresh, inflicted while the victim was still alive. Abrasion to the epidermal layers confirms the somewhat crude removal of a tattoo. The position of this scar indicates the victim underwent surgery to remove one of their kidneys. A plate made of tantalum, used here for a cranial fracture, most probably the result of a boxing accident. The victim's calloused knuckles would only be acquired by a professional fighter. Alfred, the victim's name is Ella Montgomery.
It appears the kidney was donated to a twin sister who unfortunately died. This seems to have been the catalyst for her boxing pursuits, and hence the cranial injury. She went missing in Huntsville, Alabama.
That's 3 victims, all of them abducted in various places around the country. Keep looking for a connection, Alfred.
Right you are, sir.
The writing by the bodies suggests the killer has a higher purpose. It's as if these weren't good enough for what he has in mind.
Do you think there are other victims?
Yes, and I don't know what he has planned for them. The posed body I found on display by the disused docks may provide critical clues to the killer's identity. I'm heading there to analyze the crime scene.
Which is the top one in Founders Island.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Heads up, Batman's here!
Cool.
Chances are we're not gonna even see him.
Alfred, I found a 4th victim.
Highly regrettable, Master Bruce. All we can do is hope this body yields some clues as to the killer's identity.
I didn't even plan to do that way, that just happened.
That particular type of bleaching to the pigmentation of the skin denotes a chemical burn, most likely a chlorine-based substance. Tracheal surgery to remove a cancerous growth has resulted in the victim being fitted with a voice box. The victim suffered a rare genetic disorder causing them to have 6 fingers on one hand. Alfred, the victim's name is Allison Weers.
She was an engineer employed at Ace Chemicals. That would certainly explain some of her ailments. She moved into a retirement home in Bloodhaven several years ago. Their grounds are adjacent to a large park.
Have you found anything linking the victims?
I can find no personal or professional links between the victims, but they each went missing near state parks or playing fields.
Try and find anything connecting those places.
Of course, sir. I'll look into it.
Ah, I have my upgrade. Cool.
Investigating the body I discovered on the rooftop of Ted's Electronics will help track the killer. He's still out there and needs to be stopped.
I saw him, I swear.
Right, Ted's electronics is that one there. I'm Miyagani.
He was broken, crying. It was pathetic. And what's up with that red mask? So what? They cleared the toxin. We got Ivy. That's one apiece. To be honest, I'm glad we're behind these barriers. It's open season out there. Don't worry, all non-militia personnel have got their orders.
Alfred, I found a 5th victim.
I feared you would, sir.
You got to meet him? Oh, the Knight? I've seen him, but... No, the advisor. Guy the Knight brought in, the assassin. Him? No, I just do what the voice on the radio says.
I've seen that pattern of scar tissue before. It's a bite mark. Analyzing its radius points to a species of Selachomorpha. This particular variety of shark is only found in the waters off the coast of North Gotham. The victim is fitted with an ocular prosthesis. This specific type of medical-grade acrylic was used only once during a trial 5 years ago. Signs of trauma to the upper arm. At some point, titanium screws had been implanted to repair a fractured humerus. Alfred, the victim's name is Lisa Mendez.
She had quite a troubled upbringing, sir. Orphaned aged 9, foster homes, drug abuse. She developed a talent for surfing, hence the shark attack. Tragically, it's also how she lost her boyfriend. She was working for a Christian charity in Tucson, Arizona, when she went missing.
Do the details of the disappearance match with the others?
They do indeed, sir. Also, your request to cross-reference the parks and playing fields has proved fruitful. I've come across some leasing documentation that appears to have been falsified. Someone is attempting to cover their tracks.
Find out anything you can, Alfred. We couldn't have done anything to prevent these deaths, but we can still save others.
Right.
I'm going to stop this killer. Investigating the body I found on the rooftop of the Heavenly Nightclub will help me track him down.
Which is right there.
Yep, the Bat had the Knight. Dead to rights. And he just let him go. You ask me, there's more history there than the Knight ever let on. We've got our orders. Leave the riddle guy alone. But he's got robots, man. Actual freaking robots. And did you see what he's built down there? It's huge. He doesn't share tech, so don't ask.
Alfred, I've discovered another body.
6 victims, Master Bruce. When will this nightmare end?
Very soon.
An irregularity on the victim's chest. It appears to be a birthmark, quite distinctive.
Yes, I know you're out there, man, but I'll get to you at some point. Ooh.
There's a bullet lodged deep in the upper bicep. This type of ammunition is predominantly used with a hunting rifle that hasn't been manufactured in over a decade. The left foot is missing several toes. The site of amputation suggests the removal of non-viable tissue in the treatment of frostbite. Alfred, I've ID'd the victim as Robert Kincaid.
He was a microbiologist who worked for Stag Enterprises. Many believe the shooting was connected to Kincaid's knowledge of controversial research, although that remains unverified. He took a teaching post in Atlanta, which is where he was reported missing.
Cross-reference this with the others. See if it fits.
It does indeed, sir. Sending you the information now.
The Circus of Strange. Its route recently took it through all the locations where the victims went missing. Get me a list of associated names.
The circus is run by a rather suspicious fellow named Laszlo Valentin.
Search for any properties owned or leased by the suspect.
Records show Mr. Valentine used to lease a beauty salon here in Gotham, but the lease expired shortly before construction began on Wayne International Plaza.
Send through the location. It's time to end this.
I saw a body chained to a wall earlier. This town's better off covered. So this Gotham
Yeah,
Knight-
you end up going there. And I'm using the prototype Batmobile.
Robots? I could have sworn I saw a robot earlier. What the? It's a bat! He's tailing us! Put your foot back up! He's gonna get us! No chance! Oh crap! He's coming after us! Floor it!
It does look very different. I quite like it actually.
So what did Scarecrow do to his face? Acid or something?
Now there is a riddle in here which is relatively easy to get. You duck under the grate and spray that with the explosive and you get it. Now the problem that I had with this is what, 22 minutes to get to this point. It's quick to do this bit is not. This next part is perhaps one of the most infuriating bits that I've ever encountered in gaming. But hopefully we can get it done without it taking as long as it did the last time, because it took me nearly an hour. And it's not checkpointed either, so you have to do the whole thing again if you die. Not the individual cases, but all of this. Even walking into this bit.
You're done here, Valentine. Let them go.
Oh, no. Pig not ready yet. She's all unique and wrong. All messed up, inside out. Pig, make her better. Pig, make all of us better.
It's over.
But Pig can fix you too. Make you perfect, like the others.
You're insane.
And what are you?
I'm here to stop you.
Bad. Pig is like clay. Pig is like a god. Pig is here to fix us all. That's it, my darling. Show him how perfect you are.
Okay.
Make him invincible. Perfect and invincible. Rise up, my precious. He cannot keep you bound.
It's like they're immune
They
to
are.
pain. I need to make sure they stay down.
This is the bit that's hard.
Coming for you, bat. Coming to make you
Oh, shut up.
There's no perfection without a little pain.
Suck it.
On your feet, my precious! Yes! Oh, yes! Destroy him so Daddy can rebuild him! Or bring him to Daddy! Rise up, my precious! He cannot keep you bound! All better, darling. You will be perfect when big.
You have no idea how good it feels to be able to do that.
I can't leave
In
the
one
office
go.
with the other victims.
Batman! Don't leave us here to die!
Only trick to doing that, if you're not too keen on the knife takedowns, move around. Do not stop moving around. And use your speed and momentum to avoid his constant knife attacks. And do that and you should be fine. Right, that's that done. Oh, shut up.
Where are you taking me? Pig goes back to his stuff.
I'm taking you where you won't be able to hurt anyone else. I'll make sure of it.
Pig doesn't hurt. Pig heals. Pig fixes. My Dollartrons are works of art.
Those people are living a fate worse than death.
Not death. Pig makes life worth living.
And the ones you murdered?
Too broken for Pig to make better. Too imperfect. They make Mother angry. Make Pig feel sick.
Those things you couldn't change. It's how I identified the bodies. It's how I caught you. It's why you failed.
No, not fail. Oh.
It is very Tumblr-ish.
Out you go, Valentine.
Don't lock Pig away. Mother won't be pleased.
Must admit, the Batmobile from this is very Tumblr-ish.
Pig, not good enough. Oh, never good enough. So close until you stop me. I can do better. So much better. It could have been so perfect.
Now, old pig face here. Total lunatic. Far too good for this place. Don't worry, you'll be the first one I let out.
Right, that's that one done. And I will go to see, what's the order? Come on. Riddler's Revenge. I think that might actually be a good place to do and go from there. I'm going to interrogate the Riddler's chaps next time out and find where most of these riddles are and go from there. That should make things a little bit easier for the next part. So next time out we are actually going to start doing these riddles, all of them, and proceed through there, so it should be okay. Now, main reason why I'm doing it that way is because the previous walkthrough that I did, I have accidentally picked up a one riddle. Now this is the one I actually want to do this on, but I've accidentally picked up one riddle and I don't know where, unfortunately. I was doing it as I was attempting to get the Own the Roads back. So yeah, I'm partway through that and partway through something else, which is not how I like to do things. See, I'm 4, 4 and 1 on Founders Island, and I've accidentally picked up one riddle. And if we do, it's on here, isn't it?
Hi, diddle diddle, detective. I see you've begun pitting the... Far away, the deflated brood roams, leaving behind... Far away, the deflated... A million... An ancient... He saved the date, All Hallows Eve, but this calendar killed...
So that's the one that I picked up. Founders Island.
He saved the date, All Hallows Eve, but this calendar killer took his leave. Calendar killer?
Well, if I can find out where that one is, then I can go to it on my other playthrough and then come back to this one, and not much will have changed, which will be nice. So I just need to figure out which one's which. How am I not being attacked? So yeah, that's what I need to figure out which one's which.
Go on, run, hide, we'll find you.
Before I can come back in on this one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.